from short-term memory to long-term memory, right? Okay. When you've had a chance to teach with someone and they've had a chance to teach you, let's start the video back up again. Alright, so now when you are ready to go, we're ready to move forward. So again, standing against bullying. Well, another form of bullying is cyberbullying. That's when people use the internet. Powerful tool. And the more powerful the tool, the more opportunity for use, misuse, and abuse. So an example of cyberbullying is when you bully someone and you humiliate them, where then many people, it's not just happening in the moment, but many people have, maybe hundreds, maybe thousands, maybe millions of people are then seeing this humiliation of a student. So if this happens, we do not want cyberbullying to happen in our world, okay? The video is not working here, but you get the idea, right? So again, unfortunately, some kids have committed suicide. They've been so humiliated by cyberbullying that they can't get it to stop. All right, so now we come to our budgeting. So again, you should have then gotten a file of this one page. This is your budget worksheet. And this is something you can do again with either a friend or with your family members. And the way that it works is we are going to give you at the top some categories of what are typical in a budget. All right? So in a budget we have fixed expenses like your rent or your mortgage for your house, TV and internet service, cell phone, car payments, car insurance, right? And you have variable expenses. And then in addition, you also still need to save money. So you're going to see at the bottom these categories. At the top, we're going to give you 3 options. So you have option 1, 2, and 3. So for instance, on rent, your option 1 is a 1-room efficiency, $500 a month. If you want to spend a little more, you could have a small apartment, $750. And option 3, a nice condo would be $1,000. You have to decide, do I want to kind of go bare minimum, like a 1-room efficiency would be like a room you'd have at college, right? So you decide what is the option, and you write that amount. So if it's $500 for an efficiency, or $750 for an apartment, or $1,000, you write that amount of money in here, right? Because we're trying to create a basic plan. So let's just kind of imagine for a moment that you are going to be a salesperson coming out of college. You're going to earn $30,000 a year. That's quite a bit of money, right? So that's $2,500 a month. Divide that by 12, $2,500 a month that you have to spend. So the goal is to plan out all your expenses and not run out of money. So the way we do this, right, is to have this budget is you put in, let's say you go with the efficiency, it's $500. You take the amount of money, so $2,500 you wrote in here, minus $500, what's the running balance? $2,000, right? So each time you make the selection of the amount of money, you subtract it and you get a running balance. It's like a checkbook, right? And the goal is you keep spending money, the balance goes down, you don't want it to run out. You got to keep it above zero. If you can balance your budget, that then would be a success. But if you run out of money, then you may have to go back and change your choices. Okay?
Another big variable is food.
Right.
It's not on there as variable expense.
Well, it's under variable costs is food. It's not in this picture here.
Oh, yeah.
On the worksheet,
okay.
it's food, right? So if you want to eat a lot, then you're going to have to plan for that. If you eat less, then you can save money there. You want to eat healthy, right? So the goal here is to balance the budget, okay? So if you want to stop the video now and do this worksheet, this was sent to you. You can either do it just looking at the form, write it on a piece of paper, or if you have a printer, you can print it out. But the goal is to manage and not run out of money at the bottom of your budget sheet. Your parents can help you because they have to do budgets. But now you'll understand what they have to go through. Okay, this is a skill. All right, so go ahead and do your budget exercise and stop the video. Okay, now when you're all done, what did you learn by doing a budget? What did it force you to do from a self-management standpoint? The same, people don't plan to fail, they fail to Plan is true, right? But if you plan a budget and you can follow it, you're setting yourself up for success, right? Now, do you understand why it's so hard on your parents when you beg for things that you want but don't need, and they haven't planned for it in the budget? You're asking them to break the plan, right? Where they then may run out of money, right? And not be able to use the family resources for the important needs. So that's why we don't beg, we don't pester our parents for something. If they say, no, we can't afford it, but maybe you can save up your money, they're being in reality. Fantasy is to spend all the money and you don't have it. So what do some people do if they don't have all the money? They what? Borrow. They buy on credit. They use their credit cards, right? Hey, I can buy all this stuff. But fantasy is thinking that you can buy all the things that you want, not necessarily everything you need, and that somehow magically later you'll have the money to pay it back. That's fantasy, right? Reality is, I look at how much I can earn, I then take that amount of money and I plan a budget so I won't run out of money. Now that's reality. You're planning for success. So that's why this is such an important life skill. And now you can appreciate your parents a little bit more. So again, you want to take your strength and apply it to your ability to manage your life and use your talents to be proud of who you are. So remember Abraham Lincoln, right? He had the traits to be a president. Apply your traits to be a good time manager. Apply them to be a good steward of your money. To be able to resist temptation, right? So you want to plan wisely. So what are my traits that are going to help me to be a good planner? Right? Whatever that might be will get you there. Alright, so how can you say no to addictions, right? So in GPS Theater, you can come up with your own scenario at home. So what happens when your parents call you to dinner and you're on the computer? Can you say no and say, yep, come to dinner, and you stop? Or you say, oh, I can't stop because I got to get to the next level, right? Create whatever scenario you want and practice being able to say no to the addiction and yes to the positive things, all right? So if you need to stop for a minute and talk about this in your family, where do we struggle that we can't seem to say no? We can't pass that marshmallow test because we want to have things right away and that has consequences in our lives. Okay, so if you had a chance to talk about what our addictions are, how do we say no to them, how can we help each other, we're ready to kind of summarize here. So saying no, so for instance, say no to having the latest, greatest, what is it that you like? Shoes, phone, games, whatever it is. Where could you say yes to use your money more wisely? Save for college, save for a car, save for a computer, save for a bicycle, whatever it is, right? If you could say no to watching mindless TV, where could you spend your time wisely, right? Eventually doing your homework, doing the online classes, or the assignments that have been given you to keep your learning going, right? Use your time wisely. Do the preparation so that when you're ready to do the must-do, like you're going to take a post-test after this video, you'll be ready because you didn't waste all your time watching TV. Playing computer games without stopping, another addiction, right? What could you do instead of playing computer games? Maybe get outside, right?
Read a book.
Read a book. Play a game outside with 6 foot, separation from your friends, like in baseball or something, you'll be okay, right? All right, how about saying no to lying to avoid getting into trouble? Is that a bad habit for you? Do you just kind of lie to say whatever it is to get out of the decisions that you've made that are not productive or not good? Or do you take responsibility and say, I messed up, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, and you build trust. Remember the story of the boy who cried wolf that we talked about, right? You want the people in your life to be able to trust you. We say no to the addictions and yes. Have a greater yes to the things that are productive in your life, right? Whether they're smart goal for your career, smart goal for your education, smart goal for your finances. We've given you some tools that you can plan to be successful. All right, hopefully this has been kind of interesting for your whole family watching this and they can share with you something they've learned. So we're ready now to put this to good use, right? So we're going to create an action plan, and this is what you're going to be putting on your post-test. So again, the action here is to stop an addiction. So it's usually strength in numbers. Can I get someone to help me, right? So the first question you answer is, who is going to help me with battling an addiction or bad habit I have? Is it my parents? Is it a friend? We're going to do this together to stop playing computers or whatever it is, right? Then what, the second question is, what is the addiction, the bad habit you know where you've lost some control in your life? You want to take back control and put that time, put the money or something you spend on that to productive things. So when are you going to start, guys?
Now.
Now, today, right? And what is the goal?
Freedom.
Freedom, right? Martin Luther King, we want freedom, right? To pursue our dreams. So write out your SMART goal plan. You can do it on a piece of paper if you want, and that way you'll have it for your test. So you can stop the video if you need to talk about this for a minute. Write that out, and then we're going to then bring it home here, guys. Alright, so if you're ready now to finish out, we want to be able to look in the mirror and be proud of the person, the leader that we're becoming. The only person who can make these choices is you, right? You gotta motivate yourself, you gotta move from compliance to a bare minimum to commitment to do the best you can for a great life. Alright, so we come to our oath, right? So hopefully your family is watching this with you, that you can say this together. Because if you say these powerful words together, you're more apt to then follow through and do this. So say this with me, guys. Ready? I choose, starting today, to stop wasting time and money on any addiction that hurts me and others. To encourage someone else by asking them to join you in giving up the addiction, and put the time and money I save to pursuing developing my giftedness, my goals, and my dreams, and have a great week, guys. Alright, so again, as you now learn this, you can now have the link to the post-test. And anyone who's watching with you can help you. So again, the post-test is going to lead you first through the multiple choice questions. Those are the little radio buttons that you have to click on to pick the best choice, right? Then the next 5 will be the fill in the blanks. So again, you're going to write the text answer to answer those 5 questions. Then you'll be doing your action plan. It's going to be in 4 parts. It starts with who is going to help you battle this addiction, to break the addiction. Then the second question will be, what is the addiction that you're going to pursue breaking? Third, when are you going to start? And then the fourth is, what is the goal? What do you achieve by breaking this addiction? All right? So good luck with that. When you take that, the results will come right back to us, and we'll be able to score those for you. So good luck, and we miss you. Stay safe, and hopefully we'll see you here real soon.